A lot of teacher has complained about students not watching the video. Teachers spend a lot of time in planning the video, recording the video, editing the video, and when finally the video reaches to the students don't watch it. It is really discouraging for a teacher, isn't it? The other thing is that when we want to make videos, we also want to ensure that the students are engaged with the video. See, students complain about boring videos. It's a passive videos just going through, nothing is happening. So if we can give a way so that a student can do some activity while watching the video, it will be a great way. In this video, I am going to show you how you can put questions on top of your video. So what will happen when your student is watching your video, the video will pause at a particular time and will present a question to the student. If a student answer it correctly, it will continue. If it answer wrongly, then it will again play the video from the beginning or from the given time. I believe it's going to be a very useful video for you. So what are we waiting for? Let's start. So let us see what we are going to create in this video. You see, this is a simple WordPress website. It can be your website also. In this website, you will create this type of video and a student will be able to watch this video. Let us see the features of this video. Let me play this video. So my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my concept completes, I am presenting a question to you. So this is a question that you can see on your screen. I can optionally read that question. And this question has these 4 options. You have to select the correct option. So it's your time now. See, the video will pause automatically at certain time and the student has to select one of the option. So let's select a wrong option. Let me tell you that these 3 options are wrong and only option 4 is correct. So let's go to option 2. So a student have selected option 2. What happens? See. Sorry, you have selected option 2, which is not a correct option because of this reason. And not only this, once the explanation of why the option 2 was wrong, he has to go back to listen to the explanation again to select the correct answer. So go back. So my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my it's your time now. The same thing will happen with any other wrong option. For example, if option 3 is selected. You have reached so close, you have selected option 3. I can give you a benefit of doubt. You can now continue to listen to the reason why another option is correct. Or if you want, you can start. See, again a student has to go back. So my video starts with the explanation. And see what happens when a student select the correct answer. So option 4 is correct. Congratulations, you have selected option 4, which was the correct answer of this question. Let me tell you why this was the correct answer. This is correct answer because of this reason. And once the activity is complete, now I am explaining the other part of this video. You see, this activity you can create on your own after watching this video. So before we make this type of video, we definitely need to have a video, correct? Unless we have a video, we can't put activities on top of it. So now I am going to record this video for the students. So my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my concept completes, I am presenting a question to you. So this is a question that you can see on your screen. I can optionally read that question. And this question has these 4 options. You have to select the correct option. So it's your time now. Please select the option. Oh, you have selected option 1. That was a wrong answer. You need to watch the video again, but let me tell you why it was wrong. The reason for option 1 being wrong is this. Please watch the video again. Sorry, you have selected option 2, which is not a correct option. Because of this reason, please try again. You have reached so close, you have selected option 3. I can give you a benefit of doubt. You can now continue to listen to the reason why another option is correct. Or if you want, you can start this video from the beginning. Congratulations, you have selected option 4, which was the correct answer of this question. Let me tell you why this was the correct answer. This is correct answer because of this reason. And once the activity is complete, now I am explaining the other part of this video. Once we have this video, we can then start working on it. So let's do that now. Once I have that question, I will upload it on YouTube or Vimeo, or if you have any other video hosting platform, you can upload your video there. But don't upload your video directly to WordPress or some normal hosting. I'll talk about video hosting in one of my video that is going to come in this week only. So I have this question here. You can see H5P question, and I'm going to upload it on my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel. I'll click on upload video. I will select unlisted because I don't want this video to appear in search result in YouTube, but I want to use this video in my WordPress website with the activities. So I'll just make it unlisted, and then I'll copy this URL and then I'll save it. Done. Now this video is uploaded. I need to have this URL. So what I'm going to do, I will go to the folder where I have my H5P question, and I'll make a text file here so I don't forget. Where is that? So I'll make a text file, and it is H5P URL, and then I will paste this link here, and I'm going to use it very soon. Now what? Now I will introduce you to a library that allow us to do all these activities that I am saying. So it is h5p.org. h5p.org allow you to create, share and reuse interactive HTML5 content in your browser, and this is why you see in the beginning I was able to interact with the video beautifully. So what you can create, there are many things that you can create. I request you to visit this examples and downloads where you will see a lot of examples of it. I am going to use the first example, that is interactive video, because we want to add interactivity to our video. So I'll click on it and it will show you an example of interactive video. Unfortunately, I can't play it here, otherwise I'll get copyright issue. This is why what I am going to do, I am just going to skip it, and I am assuming that you are going to watch it. You check. I am going to paste this link in the description of this video. So now you know that I am going to use H5P to add interactivity to my video. But how to do that? First of all, H5P is free. Okay. Let's now go to H5P and let's go down to show you where you can use H5P. So H5P can be used with Canvas, Blackboard, WordPress, Drupal, Moodle, Brightspace. And nowadays everybody is integrating it, including OpenEDX has integrated H5P recently. So I will use WordPress website because that's what individual teacher can afford, because it's comparatively cheap, easy to maintain and easy to learn. So I have a WordPress website on ETmantra, which is known as playground.etmantra.com. It's for me to play with many plugins, themes, so that I can check which one is good, which one is not good. So H5P I am going to install here, and that is what you have to do when you are installing H5P in your WordPress website. So I will show you. At present this website is absolutely new. There is no plugin installed except the default one. This is absolutely new WordPress installation. No theme, no plugins are installed. Let's now go to plugins and add new plugin. What we are going to do, we are going to add H5P to our WordPress website. When you reach here, in case if you do not have WordPress website or self-hosted WordPress website, then you can ask ET Mantra to get it. You will get it at 1500 rupees per month, per year. So I will search for H5P here and I will get the link to that plugin. See, interactive content H5P. So I'll install it now. Once it is installed, I have to activate it, and once it is activated, I can use it. Where will I see its option? In the sidebar of WordPress, you will see the option for H5P content. So let's click here and see what content do we have at present. At present, we have no content. We can add a content by clicking on add new. But let me show you libraries. What libraries do we have at present? At present, there are no libraries. When there are no libraries, we can't create any activity. So we have to add libraries. There are multiple ways to add library, but I like to add content and then libraries. So I'll show you how to do that. And then there are my results that will appear only when a student has interacted with the content. So let's go to add new, because now I want to create my interactive video. The same thing you have to follow in Moodle, in Drupal, the editing part. Maybe the location of H5P content editing is different. So I have to consent. Once I am here on this screen, you see it's asking me to which type of content I want to create. So I want to create an interactive video. See, there are many content. I will talk about all of those because they are so awesome in my upcoming videos. But right now we are focusing on creating interactive video. So let's click on get. When you click on get, what will happen? It will copy all libraries required to create interactive video from H5P server to your server. So I'll click on get, and then I see this option install. I'll click on install, and now you see it's installing. Perfect. You see interactive video successfully installed. Now we can create a video, interactive video using H5P. Added 55 new libraries. You see, now I'll go to libraries to check what libraries are available, and now you see that there are many libraries available. These libraries are required to make H5P content. That was little technical knowledge, you do not need it. If you just want to create a content, you click on add new. That's all. So now, because we already added interactive video, with that a lot of libraries has already appear in our website, and this is why in many things like in multiple choice I can see details rather than getting this get option. So I will select interactive video. Because we already have libraries, we can simply use it. So it's loading the interactive video editing screen now, from where we can actually create our content. So here it is. Finally we have reached here. Let's now click on title. We have to give a title to this video, so I am going to give it the title interactive video. Then there are 3 steps. First step is to upload or embed video, second is to add interaction, and third is summary task. So in upload or embed video, I have already told you that don't upload video, because video hosting is not a simple thing. So prefer to embed the video from somewhere else, and this is why I have uploaded my video on YouTube. This H5P question you can see here. Now I will click here to add a video, and it's asking me to upload a file or to put a link from YouTube or some other source that support H5P, that supports MP4, WAV-M or OGB format. So Vimeo can be used, you see the Vimeo can be used and YouTube links can be used. So I already have YouTube link, I will open that. See what I am doing, I am adding the video on which I want to give activities. So I paste the link and then I'll click on insert. Now the video is available here. If you select YouTube video, it will show YouTube. If you select Vimeo video, then it will select Vimeo. Now there are many things, but that I don't want to explain right now because they are not required. First thing was to upload or embed our video. So we have embedded our video. Now we can go to next step, and that is what written here. So click here and we will reach to next step to add interaction to our video. At present I will make this full screen so we can take advantage of full screen and you can see everything what is happening. You see the video that we have embedded in previous step is now appearing here. It's also showing you the way to add interaction. I already know how to do it, so I'll exit it, but you take it and you see rather than the YouTube player, the player is H5P player. It's a different player, correct? Now I will add interactivity and you already know where I want to have interactivity. So what do I want to do now? I want to display a question and 4 options at this particular time. So what I will do, I will go to at that time when I want to add questions. So let me just play this video
of my concept. Once the explanation, so my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my concept completes, I am presenting a question to you. So this is the question.
So what I will do, at that time I will pause the video and I will display the question. So for that I will select a label because question is not interactive, it is just displaying things. So here's this option label, I'll click on it and here I can write my question. So let me write the question now. Here's I can write my question. This is and then I will select to pause the video at that time when question is visible, or let's not do it because when options will appear at that time I will do it. So I will click on done and you see the question text is visible now. I can move it by selecting it or I can also edit it and put that in different line like this. And it should work now, yeah, see. Once the question is added, now I can add 4 options. For that, I will select this option image from here. And before I give image, I need to have an image. So what I'll do, I will go to MS Paint because I want to create a very simple image. Do not need to create a complex image at all. So I'll write option 1, then option 2, option 3 and option 4, all in one image only, and then I will save this image as options and let me give one more option here because I want a student to go back to the beginning of the video to the explanation. So explanation, or I should write go back like this. And now I'll save this image options.png. Once I have this image, what I'll do, I will add a image option here. Then I will click on pause video because now options are visible, so video must pause. Then I will display it as a button only. The label will be option 1. Then I'll add image that I have just created and I can edit image from here. This is option 1, so I don't want to display all the options, so I'll use this option crop and then select option 1. Then I'll click on OK and save. So option 1 is available here. So what should happen? When option 1 is clicked, it should go somewhere in the timeline of this video For that, I'll click on go to on click, where at a particular time code, that time code I am putting as 10:00 at present, that is minute, second. I don't know whether this time is correct, but when I listen to the video, I'll come to know. So I will do that and click on visualize. This will present border so that a student will know that this is a clickable option. Then I'll click on done. You see it's coming like this. I will put it here, somewhere here. Similarly, I will add all other options. So I will again go to image. So now let us see when somebody clicked on option 1, where should it go? So I'll watch the video.
It was a wrong answer. You need to watch the video again, but let me tell you, select now please select the option. Oh, you have selected option. Oh, you have selected option 1.
So from here I know that the option 1 explanation started at 0 minute and 29 seconds. So that is what I will do. I will go to this place where I added the interaction. Then I'll click on option 1. I will edit this, and here I will say that on that particular time code you go to 0th minute and 29 second. Done. So now a student will reach at 20th 9 second. Then similarly I can do the same with option 2. So for option 2, the correct explanation time starts is 048. So I'll go to here and I'll select 48 and I'll click on visualize and then click on done. Similarly, I will add 2 more options. For that, I will add one more image. So now we have added options, we have added jumps. What is remaining when option 1 explanation completes, that a student must come back to the explanation part, that we will add little later. Let's first see if the progress we have made till now is correct or not. For that, I will go to the next part, which is summary task. Here just add some statements. I will tell you later what does this statement mean. Not in this video, but in some other video. Once added the summary task, click on create. With this, we have created our first H5P content. Let's now see the result of what we have done. So here we have added few activities and you can see the activities are visible here. So let me now play this video.
So my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my concept completes, I am presenting a question to you. So this is a question that...
See, at present what happened, the timing for option appearing is wrong. So I have to correct that timing, that I will do. But let me continue from here.
You can see on your screen. I can optionally read that question. And this question has these 4 options. You have to select the correct option. So it's your time now. Please select the option. Oh.
So at up to 29, I should display question and all options. And at 28th second, I should pause the video, not before that. So now I know these two timing. So let's edit this video again, and we will get to the editing screen. So here we will go to add interactions, and this time I am going to correct everything. So for that I'll go here where we have added activities. I will go to option 1, edit this, make sure that it start appearing only at 28th second, not before that. Similarly here also, up to 29 I want to make it visible. When it appears, it pause the video. Everything else is fine. I'll click on done. Then for option 2, I'll do the same thing. So now we have all activities, all options appearing at 28th second and disappearing at 29th second. But before that it will pause and the student will click on it. So let me now update this activity to see the result of this activity, and it will appear here. We will play the video to know how it's behaving now. So let's directly jump to this.
You have to select the correct option. So it's your time now.
And here we forgot to edit the question. We should have made the question visible up to 29th second, but we will do it later. Let's see if the options are working properly or not. So click on option 1. Student will click on option 1.
Oh, you have selected option 1. That was a wrong answer. You need to watch the video again, but let me tell you why it was wrong.
Let's go back again to see if a student have selected
so
option
it's your
2,
time
then
now.
what will happen.
Sorry, you have selected option 2, which is not a correct option because of this reason.
And let's go
So
to
it's
option
your time
3.
now. You have reached so close, you have selected option 3. I can give you a benefit of doubt. You can now continue to.
And let's see when somebody
So
clicks
it's
on
your
option
time now.
4.
Congratulations, you have selected option 4.
See,
Which
we have made this correct interactive elements. Here only one thing, when somebody select a wrong option, they should get back to explanation part rather than allow them to continue. For that again we can do few things, but I have to make changes in many things here. So let's click on edit. First of all, we have to correct the question timing, which should remain there for 29 seconds. Now let's go to the options, and rather than option, when we click on option, an image appears. So I don't want that. What I want instead, I want the image appear all the time. So I'll select poster and click on done. See, this option 1 is coming. Then I'll select this poster, and when somebody is watching this video on mobile, it should convert into button. So I'll select done. Then similarly I'll select option 3. Here also I'll make it poster and turn into button on small screens. And finally the fourth option, for that also I'll select the same thing, poster, and turn onto buttons on small screens. Done. The one is remaining for that option. I will select also turn into button and done. Perfect. So now we have all the options. I can resize it. Now things will work fine, except we don't yet have go back to previous option that we are going to add now. For that again, what we have to do, we will first go to when explanation ends. So when explanation ends, when option 2 starts. So let's do that. So let's click on option 2. Here I know it will go to 048. So at 048, I want to show an image that allow them to go back to the explanation. So I will add an image from which time? 48 time, correct? 48.0 and 0.48 to 0.49, because anyway it will not reach to 49, because I am going to pause the video and it will display as a poster, turn into button on a small screen, add the image, the same image, and that is why I have added, now you will see why I have added the same option, this go back. I will crop it and select it, save it, and done. So you see this go back is appearing here now, and it should not appear here, it should appear somewhere else at 48 seconds. So there was a problem. Let's now click on done, and you see here this go back is appearing. So when somebody click on go back, where should it go? In the beginning of the video, and this is why I will select this go back option, edit it and select go to on click where, time code, and go to 0.0. Visualize it so that people know that it is clickable. And now similarly I can add the same thing on option 3, option 4 and option 2. So let's do it. I'll select this go back and copy it. Once it is copied, I can go to a particular time when explanation 2 completes.
You have reached so close, you have selected option.
Somewhere
you have
here.
reached so close, you have try again.
At present I want to present that screen, so I'll click on paste because I have already copied that option, and then I will put it here. I will edit it, and at 58 seconds I want to display, so I will select 58.0 to 59.0. And where to go? At 0th second. Done. So by mistake I have pressed it twice, so I will delete this. Then I will go to explanation 3.
Now continue.
And I have to paste the same option at the end of explanation of option 3. So I'll go there.
To listen to the reason why another option is correct. Or if you want, you can start this video from the beginning.
Here at 116. So I will paste it again here, and then I will edit it to check everything is fine, 116 to 117, and go to one click at 0th second. Done. So now everything is complete. Option 4 is automatically correct, so it will go to there, and then we will start explaining the rest of the things. So this way we have added all the interactivity. Let us see if what we have created is correct or not. So let's click on update. Once updated, I'll play this video.
So my video starts with the explanation of my concept. Once the explanation of my concept completes, I am presenting a question to you. So this is a question that you can see on your screen. I can optionally read that question. And this question has these 4 options. You have to select the correct option. So it's your time now.
So here options are appearing at correct time. I have to select the option. So let's go to the wrong option. Randomly select a wrong option. Option 3. See what happens.
You have reached so close, you have selected option 3. I can give you a benefit of doubt. You can now continue to listen to the reason why another option is correct. Or if you want, you can start this video from the beginning.
And here it automatically pauses. The student has to click on go back.
So my video starts with the
starts
explanation of my concept.
So let's select a
Once
different option.
so it's your time now.
Option 1.
Oh, you have selected option 1. That was a wrong answer. You need to watch the video again, but let me tell you why it was wrong. The reason for option 1 being wrong is this. Please watch the video again.
And here the option go back appears again. Click on go back.
So
and
my
it starts from
video
the zero
starts
section.
with the
Let's
explanation.
select the
So it's your
option
time
2
now.
now.
Sorry, you have selected option 2, which is not a correct option because of this reason. Please try again.
So make sure that there is a difference of at least 1 second between go back and the next explanation thing. Otherwise, when explanation starts, the go back button will appear. That is happening in option 2 and option 3. So I believe you now know how to solve this problem, and you can solve this very easily. Let's now see what will happen when option 4 is selected.
Congratulations, you have selected option 4, which was the correct answer of this question. Let me tell you why this was the correct answer. This is correct answer because of this reason. And once the activity is complete, now I am explaining the other part of this video.
See, this is how you can make this type of video. So once you have created your activity, how will you present it to your student? Because the student will not come inside the dashboard of your WordPress website. So you have given this short code. Just copy it from here, and then you can create any post, add a new post or add a new page, whatever you prefer. Then in this page you can add that video. So I will just click on, I will create a new title, interactive video, and here I will paste that short code like this. That's all. Click on publish. Once it is published, you can go to view post. I will now go back to normal mode, and you see the video will appear here. This is how a student will see it, and at present a student can interact with this video.
So
now I believe that you know about H5P and you know how to use it with WordPress. The way I have used it with WordPress, the same way you can use it with Moodle, with Drupal, with Blackboard, with Sakai, and there are many other websites that supports H5P. If you don't have a self-hosted WordPress, don't worry about it. You can simply buy it from etmantra.com. It's going to cost you around 1500 rupees per year as of now. After that, you will be able to create H5P content for your students. Please share this video with all the teachers who are still struggling to engage their students with their videos. So I'll see you in my next video now. Namaste.